Yes, okay. So just type just in the chat option, like right now you are working with yeah, which technology, just for understanding purpose. Yeah, we have option is there. Okay, job searching, right. So today is your first class, right, Rajesh? Yes, okay, right. Let's see, we'll start the session. Just again, I will go through today again. What is cloud computing and what are the benefits are there and what is Microsoft Azure? Okay, how we are working with Microsoft Azure. Actually, our course is a common platform. So we are going to discuss a common platform. So how everyone can work with Microsoft Azure. Okay, it may be like a SQL Server DB or HANA or Oracle or .NET developer or Java developer. So even like you are working as a resource team member, okay, with Windows or Linux or so network administrators or storage admin. So for all these here, like we'll discuss like common concepts we'll discuss as part of this course. And actually we are targeting this one Microsoft exam is there, AZ 103. Now it is AZ 104. So means as part of our course, we are trying to discuss that exam. AZ 104 means whatever the contents are there with AZ 104, those contents we are discussing along with the extra concepts, some development concepts also we are discussing. Say like Microsoft Azure Administrator Associate, this exam AZ 104. Basically, like in India, its cost is there, plus taxes are there actually. These are the skills they are measuring as part of this exam. Azure identities and governance, implement and manage storage, deploy and manage Azure compute resources, configure and manage virtual networking, monitor. These are your main concepts are there. So, but we are going to discuss more than this yeah, content. Uh, we have almost all 30-40% extra content with us. I think already you have gone through the content. Uh, right. So, means I will try to make you very good or very strong in Microsoft Azure so that so later you can go specialize you can go with the specialized services. Basically remember like it may be any cloud platform is a collection of services. Okay, so it may be Microsoft Azure or AWS or Google Cloud, any cloud platform. So as part of our course, I will try to make you very good, very strong in Microsoft Cloud platform, so that you can work with your own services. Means let's say you are working as a HANA developer or admin. So we'll see here how we are deploying the HANA databases, how we are managing with Microsoft Azure. So if we are working with the resource team, we'll discuss here like how we are creating virtual machines. So virtual networks, storage, components, everything. So this is like all all the services, almost all the services we'll discuss, which are there as part of Microsoft Azure. Right. So in general, say like we know that all these Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, okay, so as well as like Google Cloud, so many are there in the market, almost all 80 to 90 providers are there who are providing today cloud computing platforms. Okay, so but in the market, with various, if you see with various parameters, today Microsoft Azure plus AWS and Google Cloud platforms, these we can see almost all everywhere. Means most of the clients are preferring these platforms today. Check here, like I will go step by step, no need to hurry. Okay. So as part of today's session, I will show you some cloud computing basic concepts we'll see. Parallelly, practically, I will show you how we are working with Microsoft Azure. Okay, right. So I have a very good experience overall. I work with all the technologies, most of the technologies in the industry. So starting from developer, then administrator, then technical manager. So various roles I have worked with. I have done almost all the exams related to Microsoft Azure. Already we have summarized that we have actually exam path is there. First, we have AZ 900 is there, which is nothing but cloud fundamentals. If want, we can write this exam. Later, AZ 104. After that, we have architect is there, AZ 300. Means if want to work specifically only in cloud platforms, we can do this exam. We can undergo this exam. Currently, due to this current scenario, now we can write the exams online also. Okay, we can write the exams online also. Means you can sit anywhere through VMware. We can write the exams. Okay, so that is like online option is available today. We have our exam center is there. I can help you. We'll talk about that later. That is right. So both the exams will cover here as part of today our course. Right. So as part of today's session, we'll see worldwide public cloud services forecast, life without cloud computing. So basically, without cloud computing, generally we'll say it as a on-premises environment. Means what? Tomorrow you are going to start one startup company. So you will purchase the servers, means network components, hardware, various resources plus softwares. Then we'll make the data center ready in the local office data center. After that, users or our employees starts working. Okay, so once the data center is ready, then our employees will daily connect to our data center. They can start working with their own technologies, maybe .NET, Java, SAP, okay, their own technologies. But first we have to prepare the data center for our employees, as well as through which we can allow connectivity, we can provide security, various options. But say like preparing our own data center in the office is generally we are calling it as on-premises environment. Okay, on-premises environment. So if any queries are there, you can feel free. You can type in the chat option is there. So if any simple doubts are there, we can discuss those doubts. Okay, chart option is it? The chart we can type. Right. So that is like on-premises environment is it? So where to build the on-premises environments here, like capital expenditure is there. Means what are the problems or what are the limitations are there? Yeah, correct. Rajesh is saying on-premises environment. So means we are purchasing physical machines, everything. We are building our own infrastructure. Okay, right. So in case of on-premises environment, uh, various limitations are there, various problems are there, especially capital expenditure will increase, right? So as a startup company, let's be starting one company. So to build all these things here, capital expenditure will increase for us. Maybe for servers, operating systems, firewalls, network components, right? Storage. For various to set up the environment, we need to spend for example, uh, $50,000. Okay, $60,000. So that is a capital expenditure is there, as well as we have to purchase the hardware, means waiting time is it. Means what? Then we have to purchase softwares, then we have to implement. Everything we have to implement. These are to perform all these activities to make the setup ready. Okay, so it may take 3 months time, it may take 6 months time, for example. Means capital expenditure is there, plus it is time taking process here to set up on premises environment, as well as tomorrow to perform maintenance. Operational cost is there, we need all the teams are required: Windows team, storage team, okay, network team. Okay, various teams are required. Means indirectly we have to understand here, on premises environment has various limitations, various drawbacks. That's why today most of the clients are preferring say cloud computing platforms. Means in case of cloud computing platforms, so everything is there uh, in the Microsoft data center. Microsoft has created one data center, for example. In that data center, all the resources are available for us, okay, in the form of virtualization. Means all the servers are available, databases are available, okay. So database systems are available. So networking components, storage, everything is available in the cloud data centers. Just we have to create a free subscription, for example, start working with the resources. Means we can create a server with Windows 2016, 2019, with how much RAM we need. Okay, so that means what? No need to purchase, no need to invest huge amount. Means capital expenditure will come down to the company. Means almost all 80% capital expenditure cost will reduce. Okay, in the same way, operational cost also reduces, maintenance cost also. Why? Because it's Microsoft responsibility to maintain the physical, means servers, virtual servers, plus OS level patching. If you are going with Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle or HANA, so patching, all those activities are done by Microsoft itself. Just we have to focus on uh, our developed products, maybe databases and applications. So that is in case of cloud computing, those are the various benefits are there with cloud computing. Once again, we'll summarize. Just we have to understand cloud computing or cloud data center. Okay, is a shared, it is a shared collection of resources. Means what? My servers are there, other company servers are there, other company servers are there, shared collection of resources. So where the resources are available on demand. Okay, tomorrow you want to create one more machine, we can create our own dedicated server within 5 to 10 minutes time. Okay, start using. Okay, so ready-made images are there. By using image, we can create the resources directly. Yeah, no need to purchase, no need to waste that time. Right. So, like various characteristics are there. We'll see. In case of on-premises check here, first we have to plan what we need exactly, then buy the hardware components plus software components, everything, install and configure, then start operating, start using. Right. So this is here some common life cycle is there to start working with some infrastructure. Means like that's why here see capital expenditure is there and operational cost is there. So this if you are going with cloud platforms, we have seen capital expenditure we can reduce up to 80% or 85%. And operational expenditure also we can reduce like up to 50 to 70%. Okay, so that's why say like that's why it becomes easy for a organization to start functioning with these uh, uh, exceptional cases with these exceptions. So, for example, if you are going to develop, let's say you have developed one application, now you want to make the application available to the users. So, we need to purchase the servers here where we can deploy the application. So, we need to purchase storage components, networking, we need to implement security, so all those things we need to perform manually. So to perform all these activities already we have seen to build the on-premises environment. Capital expenditure is there, time-taking process. Again, while implementation challenges may be there, as well as security problems are there. Okay. Again, in future, for example, if the number of users increases, right, we need to increase the resources, RAM or server capacities we need to increase. Okay. So, in the same way, like we have seen already, maintenance cost is it. These are the various problems are there, sir, in case of on-premises environment. Right. So that's why to overcome these problems, generally here we are going with the cloud computing platforms today. So in case of cloud computing, various definitions are there. Before going to see official definition, just simple definitions here. Cloud computing is delivery of computing services over the internet. Okay. Right. Very simple definition is there. Means all the computing services we are providing through internet. So already we have discussed like computing services are what? So it may be servers, okay, network components, storage, firewalls, everything's here over the internet. Right. So this cloud computing provides various all the resources here, servers, storage, databases, networking components, softwares, everything. So the companies which are offering these services are called cloud providers. Okay. So it may be Microsoft or it may be Amazon or Google, anything here, cloud providers. And one of the major benefit is there here, typically charges are there depends on usage here. Okay, depends on usage. So we are not going to pay fixed amount for 1 month this one, or for 6 months or 1 year this amount. So depends on usage, we are going to pay. Okay, for example, let's say you want to you a dedicated server we have created with 32 GB RAM, for example, dedicated server. So depends on like how many hours we are using. Per minute cost is there, per hour cost is there. Okay, depends on how many hours we are using. We have to pay the amount. Plus, if I shut down, for example, in future, if I shut down the machine, for example, let's say our client works morning 8 to 8. So the night times, let's say I want to shut down the machine. If I shut down the machines, then no need to pay the amount. Like this here depends on usage, we need to pay. Microsoft is saying it is similar to like our electricity bill, right? So how much we are using monthly, we are paying. Suppose this month we went for holidays. Okay, there is no usage, right? So in that case, generally we have, we'll pay minimum amount. Same thing, almost all similar pricing model is there here for almost all cloud. Every cloud provider is following same, almost all same pricing model. And as compared with other cloud providers, so we'll see again in detail, our Microsoft Azure cost is very less here. This is the common strategy where Microsoft is following from the beginning. Cost is very less. Right. So, but official definition of cloud computing here, in a single definition, they have defined everything related to cloud computing. So, what is the official definitions here from NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technologies? Check here, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on demand. See here, convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. Right? So means what? We can access the resources on demand. We can make the resources on demand at any time. And it is a shared environment. Why? Because my resources are there, other company resources are there, shared environment, and we have configurable resources are there here. We can configure the machines we can start using. We can configure database systems we can start using, configurable. Once again, here that can be rapidly provisioned. See here, provisioning is nothing but making ready, or we can say creating. Rapidly provision. We can make it ready here very fastly, very easily. Okay, no need to contact with Microsoft, no need to contact with Amazon. Once we create a free subscription in Microsoft Azure, so immediately we can start using the resources. Okay, no need to raise the tickets every time. And release with minimal management efforts here, or service provider interaction. Means what? For service provider, no need to interact every time. So with minimum admin activities, we can start using the resources he's saying. This cloud model is composed of, see here, second part of the definition. This cloud model is composed of 5 essential characteristics. 5 essential characteristics are there. 3 service models are there as part of cloud computing, and 4 deployment models. See here, very good definition is there from NIST. Okay, so That's like it may be any cloud platforms. Here still we have not started with Microsoft Azure. Just we are discussing the cloud computing common features we are discussing. So five essential characteristics are there, three service models are there, and four deployment models. So what are these five essential characteristics here? Uh, Essential characteristics means whenever you are saying that tomorrow you have developed some cloud platform, so that cloud platform must and should have these characteristics. One is your on-demand self-service. See here, means what? You can create the resources on demand at any time. Self-service here means uh, we can manage by our own. Okay, no need to take Microsoft help every time. Self-service. Broad network access is there. We can access from anywhere. Rapid elasticity. Generally, say like one of another major characteristic is here elasticity. Means what? Today we have like a server with 32 GB RAM. You can increase to 64 GB, 128 GB, 512 GB, how much we want. So suppose after some days, let's say if the traffic is less, okay, so we can take it down. We can come make it down back to 32 GB. So elasticity is one of a major characteristic of cloud computing platforms. Right. So, for example, if you are maintaining a physical server, if you want to increase the RAM, it is lengthy process. But here, see, like we'll also call it as a scale up, scale down. Scale up, scale down can be done here very fastly, very easily. In case of cloud computing, even we can automate also. Depends on the RAM usage. We can automate also. Scale up, scale down activities. We can automate also in for most of the resources, especially for databases, we can automate. Right. So another say measured services. Measured services means what? So we are paying depends on usage. See, another very important characteristic depends on usage only we are paying. We are not paying uh, uh, f- uh, fixed amount. Depends on usage we are paying. Like that's resource pooling is it means resources are grouped here, so we can use the required resources we can use. Right. So these are the five major characteristics are there of cloud computing. Majorly, we have to understand here on-demand self-service, uh, elasticity is there, measured services. Okay. So in general, here, like just to start working with Microsoft Azure, we'll see. We have here azure.microsoft.com. azure.microsoft.com. By using here, we can create a free subscription here. We can create a free subscription here to start working with Azure. Free subscription. Here, free account we can create. So in that we can create a free subscription. We can start working. Basically, remember like for 30 days, Microsoft is providing. So for 30 days, they are providing here like a free subscription. Various features they are showing here. So for 30 days, they are providing what free subscription. So for example, here we can start working with here, create your Azure free account today. So get started with 12 months of free services. So basically, remember Microsoft will add almost all $200 credits in our subscription. So we can use that $200 for till 1 month for 30 days. So once here, like after 30 days or once the credits are exhausted, then the subscription is automatically disabled. Subscription will enter into a disable mode. So if want, we can enable uh, by selecting some paid options. Paid options we can enable, we can continue using if you want. Or we can cancel the subscription also. But Microsoft is saying some of the services are free for 12 months. Some of the services are always free, lifelong. But remember, if some are lifelong free or 12 months, then what is the benefit is there to for Microsoft, right? We have to understand indirectly. Actually, remember these are dependent services are free. Dependent services are free. So if you purchase this, then this is free. Generally, we have seen some business models, right? But complete services will work for 12 month, sorry, 1 month, 30 days total services. So that we can start practicing. Once after creating free subscription, next year we can go to portal.azure.com. See here, portal.azure.com. By using portal.azure.com, we can start working with Microsoft Azure services. Directly, it has login in my case. See here, we can check here all the services are available for us. Just remember, any cloud platform is a collection of services we have to understand, right? Collection of services. So means like basically we can divide the cloud platform services into three major categories actually. We'll talk about that again. Infrastructure as a service, IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. We'll talk about this after this. So generally, that's what remember. Just remember, any cloud platform is collection of services. Various services are there here. See, like app services are there. This is for application team members. Means what our Java developers, .NET developers, PHP, Python, they can build the apps here. They can deploy the apps here, applications, both web plus mobile apps. In the same way, database services are there. So here we can create different types of databases. We can provision SQL Server databases, MySQL, MariaDB, so SAP HANA, so Oracle, PostgreSQL, all those databases we can deploy here. So that's like a database as a service we can see also. So in the same way, like virtual machines are there here. This is for our infrastructure team. So where they can create dedicated servers, they can create. Okay, after creating dedicated server, those servers we can start using. Means we can take RDP, remote desktop, we can start working directly. Means what, tomorrow you want to practice something, no need to purchase a laptop with 16 GB RAM, 32 GB RAM or 64 GB RAM. So directly you can create here free subscription first, then create the virtual machine with how much RAM you want, then start practicing directly, right? So storage accounts are there said, this is to work with the storage. Like generally we have seen SAN is there, storage area network. So same thing, we can create here storage, we can use that storage. Virtual networks are there. Our Windows team, like networking team, can implement the networks between the machines, between the on-premises environment to cloud platforms. In the same way, Azure Active Directory is there. Active Directory is there to implement identity services, means to manage the users' permissions, roles, we have here Active Directory. Monitoring and automation services are there. We can monitor any resources which we have created in Azure. We can automate also. We have seen like scale up, scale down, we can automate actually. So depends on some threshold values. So we can raise the support also, we can take the help also if any problems are there, any scenarios are there. Like this, various services are there actually as part of Microsoft Azure. Depends on usage, we can use the services. Right. So that's like a major definition is there here. What is cloud computing and what are the major five characteristics are there? And already we have seen three service models are there. These are the three service models: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Infrastructure as a service means complete infrastructure. Microsoft will provide servers, networking, everything. We can create our own dedicated servers. We can create with Windows or Linux or which OS we need. So after creating dedicated servers, then we can install which softwares we need, like Java, Archil, okay, SAP, HANA. So which one we want, we can install. We can start using the dedicated servers. We can shut down the server at any time. So means our completely server is there in our hand, dedicated server. Right. So after that, say like that's why we have to understand indirectly in case of infrastructure as a service, just for basic understanding, I'm saying, let's say I will purchase one laptop, right, where we are getting hardware plus sometimes OS. That is like means what our dedicated server will create with required OS, with required hardware in case of IaaS here, infrastructure as a service. Later here after purchasing laptop, let's say I want to practice with .NET or Java or Archil or SAP HANA, for example. So then we have to install the respective softwares, right? We have to make the platform ready. Platform ready. Once the platform is ready, then we can start developing our own softwares, right? So that's like PaaS means platform as a service. Means what? No need to make the platform ready. Already Microsoft has created the platform. Just directly we can start working with the databases. We can start working with the frameworks directly. For example, let's say tomorrow you want to create one Oracle database or SQL Server database. In case of PaaS, if you are going with PaaS, we need to install SQL Server manually or no need to install. Just remember, no need to install. Already Microsoft has installed SQL Server. Already they are managing in the background. Just we can deploy our databases directly. In case of IaaS, we have seen our own machine is there in our hand, server is there in our hand, dedicated server. After that, you have to install SAP or you have to install Oracle or we have to do that activities. We have to make the platform ready. But in case of PaaS, remember, platform is also ready. Platform is also managed by Microsoft itself. Okay, so directly we'll focus on our application development part. For example, that's why here see now just for basic understanding, laptop is there plus means server is there plus platform is also there here. Platform, for example, Java framework is there, .NET. Okay, Oracle data RDBMS, SQL Server RDBMS. Like this here platform is also ready. No need to install Java, no need to install .NET. Already Microsoft has installed. Directly we can start using. For example, here if we want to create a database, we can use here like we can go to create a resource. For example, what resource you want to create, it is asking. Databases I want to create, I am saying, for example. databases. Okay, so what database you want to create? It is asking here in the right side. Okay, here like SQL Server SQL databases you want, data warehouse you want, or MariaDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL. So what do you want to create? It is asking. So if something is not there here, we can search here. For example, here see which one you want. It is asking SAP HANA Developer Edition, for example. Like this here, that's why we have to understand here once again. We have to understand here indirectly. Microsoft Azure is not only for Microsoft products. It is a common cloud platform. Okay, so almost all any software vendor they can put their softwares here in Microsoft Azure so that our clients can use that software. Right. So like this, platform as a service, software as a service. Software as a service means we'll develop the software, we'll provide that software to the non-IT companies. So which comes under SaaS means what? Servers are there here, platform is there, plus our own developed application is there with the application part plus database part, front end part plus DB part, for example. This is your SaaS, is their software as a service. For example, again, remember, for more clarity, let's say I'm running one company, for example, right? So I can use IaaS if it is a large scale client. I can use my own dedicated servers. I can use. So otherwise, I can go with PaaS, the shared environment, PaaS services I can use. I can develop our own, our developers team is there. They will develop the applications and databases by using their PaaS services. Then I will provide the application to my clients. Okay, so let's say we have school software is there, for example, school automation software. So I will place that school software in PaaS service, for example. So then it becomes SaaS for my client, software as a service. Means what? They can create a subscription in the software, they can configure their school details, they can start working. Means what? SaaS is for non-IT companies, we have to understand. So IaaS and PaaS is for IT companies. As a IT company will take these services from Microsoft, will add our own developed application, will provide the complete as SaaS to our clients. Generally, we know no, like Office 365, Salesforce, various softwares are there today where we'll create the subscription, we'll start using. Even no need to install Office in our laptop, for example. So that is which comes under SaaS here, software as a service. Just we have to understand indirectly as our company will provide the SaaS services to our clients, for example, by taking IaaS and PaaS from Microsoft, right? So these are see like basic understanding we have to understand here what are the three service models are there. I will talk about that again in detail. We can see step by step. We'll see here see IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. Here see in case of IaaS will it provides computing everything. We can create a dedicated server, dedicated environment. So here PaaS provides frameworks to develop and build applications also on top of this platform. So after that, say SaaS here provides applications to end users. Means our developed application will add. will provide it to our end users. Three major services. We'll see again in detail what are the major differences are there. But in the summary, you see here, in case of traditional IT, means in case of on-premises environment, for example, so we have to manage everything here: networking, storage, servers, virtualization, OS, everything we have to manage. Means all the teams are required for us. Whereas in case of IaaS here, infrastructure as a service, uh, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, all these are managed by the provider like Microsoft or Amazon. So OS is optional, either we can manage or Microsoft can manage. But say like middleware, runtimes, databases, applications are we have to manage. Okay, whereas in case of uh, PaaS here, even OS middleware runtimes are also managed by Microsoft. Means frameworks we have to understand, like .NET framework, Java, everything. Whereas only we are focusing on applications plus databases in case of PaaS. Means no need to worry about hardware, no need to worry about softwares. Everything is provided by Microsoft itself. Whereas in SaaS, we have seen software as a service. Here, everything we are providing. Either Microsoft will provide, actually, will add our own application to PaaS or IaaS, will provide it to our clients as a software company. Okay, so that is we have to understand three major services, just we have to understand. Okay, so in case of any cloud platform, in the same way, we have uh, four deployment models are there. Means basically, remember, whenever you are saying cloud, it is public cloud, right? Means what? Already we have cloud data centers are there where we can place my resources. Other company can place their own resources. Means shared environment actually, cloud platform. So, but we can build our own cloud also for security non-premises, which is a private cloud. Means what? Still sensitive data we can maintain with in the on-premises environment with private cloud. Whereas hybrid cloud is there. See here, hybrid cloud is there. So hybrid cloud is nothing but combination of public plus private. We are calling it as a hybrid cloud. Most of the scenarios here today, medium and large scale applications, generally we can go with a hybrid cloud if the client has already infrastructure in their on-premises environment. Community cloud. These are say four types of cloud deployment models are there. That's why we have to understand five characteristics are there. Three service models are there: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and four deployment models are there, right? So that is like what is cloud computing. So what are the different yeah, characteristics? What are the basics of cloud computing are there? We have to understand in the summary, cloud platform is nothing but it is a collection of services we have to understand. So which are available on demand and which are working with these five essential characteristics. Okay, right. After that, we'll see in detail about each one again in detail. So then we'll start with Microsoft Azure. Okay, in our tomorrow's session. Just let's say we'll summarize the session. This is our summary page. Is it? What is cloud computing we have seen today? Means and on-premises environment and cloud computing platforms. Two major platforms we have seen. So, but remember, we have some limitations are also there with cloud computing, like towards policies actually means some clients today they don't want to put the data in the Microsoft hand or in the public cloud data center. So in that case, they can go with private or hybrid cloud implementations. Even today for government organizations, we have uh, uh, Azure government. Okay, option is there, especially for US various government departments. Okay, instead of mixing. Okay, to avoid security problems. And so today we have almost all everywhere cloud data centers are there here. Microsoft Azure. Almost all 60 regions are there here worldwide where we have cloud data centers here. In India also we have three data regions here. Our regions are there. South Chennai, Central Pune, West Mumbai. Okay, Microsoft has their own cloud regions here. See, generally for redundancy purpose, everywhere we have minimum two regions. So we can deploy our resources here anywhere. No need to take any approvals, anything. You can place anywhere. Maybe some cost wise, some difference may be there. Okay, right. So that is almost all everywhere cloud regions are available today. We can place our resources anywhere. That's why while creating the virtual machines, while creating the databases, it will ask us, where do you want to deploy? Location it will ask. We can select the required location. In general, remember as a policy, where the client is there will maintain in same location. Suppose client is from Australia, will maintain in the Australia cloud data center. Okay, for policies. So, right. So that is yeah, that's why we have discussed that Microsoft Azure is a common cloud platform. As compared with other cloud platforms here, cost is very less. We'll see that one. First, we'll see these characteristics again in detail. Then we'll start with Microsoft Azure. We have seen that for practicing generally questions will be there. We can create free subscription, you can create, you can start practicing. So daily I will record the sessions, I will share you so that you can go through again. So in this course I will try to make you very strong with cloud computing fundamentals plus Microsoft Azure, how to work with different services with Microsoft Azure, and I will parallelly try to prepare you for the exam AZ 104. Right. So again, yeah, thank you for attending the session. If any queries are there, you can write in the chat panel if any queries are there. So we'll try to discuss those queries.